Hey, good morning, guys, and welcome on into another episode. Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Stats. I'm your host, Terry Edelman, at TPicks over on X, ready to break down the Friday slate. We've got 4 games on the slate today, including the Winter Classic. So I'll, of course, be getting to that here in a moment. But we'll start the show as we normally do, taking a look back at what happened on yesterday. Finnegan already likes the dog, and we haven't even started in the game yet. So maybe he likes the Blues to start off the slate. But we'll look at the very first game yesterday afternoon, the Washington Capitals and the Ottawa Senators. Alexei Protas, over half a point, looked in danger. There was a questionable hit there in the first period. Protas was laying down on the ice for a lot longer than I felt comfortable with being on his point prop. Ended up, don't think he really played too much in the rest of the first period. I came back in the second, and then in the third period, was given a beautiful pass in the slot all by himself, and he scored a goal. So not only did he cash the point prop for me, but that goal also made it 3-3, which cashed my premium play on the over 6. And this game was just foreshadowing how the rest of the slate was going to go. Next, Dylan Guenther anytime goal. A nice winner there. Was not watching the game. First period 0-0 between these two teams, Mammoth Islanders. I thought this is not going to be an interesting game to watch. So I was doing something else. I came back, checked my phone, and saw that Guenther had scored 2 goals in the short time that I was gone. Ended up getting his first career hat trick. Congrats to Dylan Guenther on that. He loves to score against the Islanders. It was just a great spot for him, especially with how much he's been shooting the puck. And, well, he got the hat trick. So very nice there for Guenther. Sidney Crosby, over half an assist, was a nice winner. He assisted on the game-winning goal. Now, at the beginning of the game, Crosby scored 2 goals early in the first period, and I was thinking to myself, oh no, please don't tell me you're going to pull a McDavid and score 5 goals when I have the assist. Of course, McDavid scored 5 assists when I had his goal prop a few days ago. So I was a bit worried after seeing Crosby score twice, but beautiful pass to Chris Letang on his 1200th game for the overtime winner. So Sidney Crosby, over half an assist, is a winner. I also had the over 6.5 as a premium play, which cashed here. Moritz Seider, over half a point, unfortunately did not cash. So that was one of my only 2 losses on the slate yesterday. My dog of the day play won here with Tampa Bay, getting the win. I got them at plus 120. This line continued to move, so they were more of a dog, obviously, when I got them. Hashtag fade the Kings at home, and you make money. And that's what I did here. Tampa Bay, despite being on the second night of a back-to-back, despite Jonas Johansson being in net, was able to come back and get the win. This game was interesting. We talked about it. Those that were on the Leafs, team total, had some nice winners. And I kind of said on the show, my gut kind of feeling was that Winnipeg was maybe going to end the streak, and they were close. They definitely had opportunities, but the Winnipeg Jets once again lose. Stars fans, maybe mute the show, look away, plug your ears. What absolutely shit performance by the Dallas Stars. I'm sorry, but you'd already lost 3 games in a row. You'd already lost to this Blackhawks team, and you go out and give that kind of shitty effort. Dallas is in trouble. You cannot lose to the Chicago Blackhawks twice in 1 week when every other game they played, they've lost, other than the 2 games they played against you. So, Dallas tried at the end of the game, but I don't know if they were partying for New Year's or what, but Really, when you've lost 3 games in a row, I don't think going out partying for New Year's is a great idea. But then again, like I said, I don't know for sure they were partying, but kind of looked like it. Shocking that they lose to the Blackhawks again, the Dallas Stars. And Stars fans can unplug their ears now. Steven Stamkos' anytime goal unfortunately lost. The Predators, not a good game here against the Kraken, and Stamkos did not score. So overall, 6-2 day for me to start off 2026, up just under 5 units. So a great start to the year. We'll look to keep it going here on today's slate. Let's go see. Morning, Terry. Morning. Is it Adriana or is it Adrian? Please let me know if it's Adrian or Adriana. I think it's Adrian, but let me know. I think it's Adrian. Good morning. Hey, Brian. How's it going? Nice to see you. Tomorrow, Protus prop will be around minus 130. You heard it here first. Ooh, yuck. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of minus 130 props, especially on something that I've been cashing on game after game. Oh, yeah, at home against the Hawks. Most likely we'll end up looking at Protus goal, I think. If that's the case, if it's around minus 130, if it's out of my price range, for player props, I don't like to go past minus 125 unless I absolutely have to. Protus has been scoring, and I've been taking his point prop, playing it safe. If he's minus 130, I'll go with the goal prop at plus 2 something. Not that high, probably minus 110. I'll take it at minus 110. We will see. There you go. Yes, you will. I hope so. Give me minus 110. Fucking Stars. Yeah, I feel you, Jay Stone. I feel you. Although as a Hawks fan, but yeah, I guess. Jets Leafs was interesting for sure. Yeah, very high scoring game. Stars did me in. And the Habs, yeah, great, or big win for the Habs for sure. Stars did awful, but I still got my robo goal. Very nice, very nice. Nice, Terry. Thank you, XX. Adrian. Okay, I thought so. Just wanted to know. For sure. Mr. Edelman, about to go look at NHL now. Well, perfect time. Perfect timing. Morning, Terry. Morning, Chris. How's it going? But we're going to jump into the slate here. 4 games on the slate today. Starting with an afternoon game, 3 p.m. Eastern. Vegas, minus 155, road favorites, the Blues, plus 130, home dogs, and a total of 5.5 here to start off the slate. Confirmed goalies, if I'm correct, I don't think we have one confirmed goalie today, and we don't. So I can't really give you too much goalie information, but if you want to know who's in net, go and check out dailyfaceoff.com. That is the best starting goaltender and line combination site that I use. There are some others, but I won't name names, but there are some others that will confirm goalies when they aren't actually confirmed. So I trust Daily Faceoff here. Looking at how these two teams have been playing as of late, things have not been going very good for the Vegas Golden Knights recently. 17, 10, and 11 on the season. So 17 wins, 21 losses, 9, 4, and 5 on the road. Maybe what Vegas needs is to get out on the road because they just lost 3 of 4 games at home, losing to Colorado, which is nothing to be too upset about. Then losing to Minnesota 5-2, but then losing to Nashville 4-2 was just not a good way to end that game, or to end that homestand. The Golden Knights have lost 6 of their last 7 games. They're just not playing well right now, especially when it comes to stopping goals. St. Louis on the other side, 15, 18, and 8, 8, 9, and 5 on the season. They've lost back-to-back games now, 4-2 against Buffalo. Everyone's losing to Buffalo right now. And then a 6-1 loss to Colorado, where they just got their ass handed to them. It was, I believe, 4-0 in the first period before St. Louis even got a shot on goal. And you kind of knew how that game was going to go. So 6-1 loss for the Blues there. How have previous games between these teams gone? It's very one-sided. Vegas 5-0-1 in the last 6 meetings, 2 overs for a total 5.5, 3 overs, 1 under. And then Vegas has scored at least 4 goals in 4 games in a row against St. Louis and 7 of the last 9. So the Vegas Golden Knights offense usually really heats up when they face the St. Louis Blues. Would like to know who's in net. I'm going to assume that it's going to be Joel Hofer for the Blues. I don't think they would go back to Bennington, but you never know here. Jack Eichel's status is not currently known for this game. We'll have to see what's going on with that. Looking at this game, ultimately, I do have a premium play over on picksandparlays.net, so you can head over for that. Looking at player props here, Dorofeyev has a point in 4 of his last 5, 8 of his last 10. He's minus 128 to get a point, so not the best value, but points in 5 of 6 against St. Louis, 3 multi-point games during that stretch. He's scored in 4 of his last 6 against the Blues. So now hasn't scored in 4 games, Dorofeyev, but I think this could be a good spot for him here against the Blues. And then the only other prop I would consider here is Noah Hannafin, over half a point, minus 115. He's got a point in 4 of his last 5 games, playing really well. 2 multi-point games during that stretch. So would look at Noah Hannafin here, and then lean with Pavel Skorofeyev here. When it comes to assists, Hannafin, 4 of his last 5 games, plus 121. So if you don't like the minus 115, you want to go with the assist plus 121. That is mostly what he does. Dorofeyev, back-to-back games with an assist, plus 201 here in this game. Let's see what people are thinking here. Toronto, 6 goals, not 1 from Knies, with 4 shots on goal. That's rough. That's rough. Morning, T. Hey, Golfing Stars fan. Hopefully you missed the recap. Skip through the Stars recap portion because might not be too happy with me when you listen to that. But Dorofeyev assist plus 175. That's what he's been doing the last couple games. But when I look at Dorofeyev, I want to take him to score just because he is a sniper. But ultimately, not taking it. Thomas anytime goal, Hannafin assist. I like them. Vegas team total under 3 plus 100. I don't know about that, Tim. They've scored at least 4 against the Blues in 4 games in a row, 7 of the last 9. And when you're in a losing funk like Vegas is, now they're heading out on the road to face the St. Louis Blues team. This is kind of a get-right spot. So I would disagree with you on that. They need Eichel and Theo back. Yes, they do. They do. St. Louis was a get-right spot for Vegas earlier this season. Vegas ended a 4-game losing streak on their last visit, Dad's trip for the Vegas Golden Knights. Yes, and they won 4-1. Vegas won 4-1 in that game. Brandon Saad, no goals in the last 18 games. His last goal was against his former team, St. Louis, plus 700 anytime goal. Hey, I like it. Those kind of stats matter. Just because a guy's not hot doesn't mean you can't bet on him. Stars look constipated. Yuck. Yeah, not good. Not good, but I won't beat a dead horse. We'll move on along to our second game, the New York Rangers and the Florida Panthers. The Rangers, plus 120 road dogs. Florida, minus 140 home favorites, and a total of 5.5. Here in this game, still no goaltenders announced here. I would assume that it would be Igor Shesterkin against Sergei Bobrovsky, but nothing yet announced here in this one. And soon as I saw, obviously this is the Winter Classic, so this game will be played outdoors in the Miami Marlins ballpark. It is a dome, but they said that the dome will be open. So something to keep in mind is the fact that this is being played outdoors, and that could obviously affect the ice, and it could possibly affect scoring in this game. But This is the New York Rangers and the Florida Panthers. And if you're a new viewer, then you probably don't really know the significance between these when these two teams play, unless, of course, you've looked it up. Florida, 4-1-1 in the last 6 regular season games between these two teams, but it's the total. 21 of the last 22 regular season games between these two teams has gone over 5.5. And a lot of those games went over 6.5. There's just no other stat like this in the NHL. 21 of 22 games, it's gone over 5.5. The Rangers have gone over 7.5 in 3 of their last 6 games. Sorry. They've gone over 8.5 in 3 of their last 6 games. Florida, they've gone over 5.5 in 5 of their last 6, over 6.5 in 4 of their last 6 games. Both teams trending towards the over. Looking at Winter Classics, 4 of the last 6 Winter Classic games have gone over 5.5. So just because it's an outdoor game doesn't necessarily mean that the game is going to go under. Yes, they're being played in Florida. This game could go under, but I have to take the over here. Just with how much money I've made betting these two teams over, it's been a few years that I've been not blindly betting these teams over, but pretty much betting this series over whenever they face each other. Now the playoffs, these two teams did play in the playoffs, and there were more lower scoring games in that series, but the playoffs is a different animal than the regular season. Give me the over 5.5, which I got at -114 here in this one. And give me Adam Fox over half an assist. Adam Fox did not make the USA Olympic team. Was on an assist streak, obviously got injured, was out for a long time, but came back, got an assist in his first game back, 7 games in a row with an assist, 3 multi-assist games, and he has an assist in 3 of his last 4 games against the Florida Panthers. So success against Florida, a game I think is going to go over, has a lot of success right now, and I think he's going to be now, he didn't say it, but I think he's going to be a little pissed off here that he's not on. Now, there's a lot of other American players that are pissed off that they're not in the lineup, not in the Olympic roster as well. But Winter Classic, everyone's eyes are going to be on him. I think Adam Fox has a big game here. So we'll take him over half an assist plus 100. Should I be sprinkling on the anytime goal as well? Probably. But, of course, Adam Fox is an assist guy. Doesn't score a ton of goals. So I'll take him what he does well. Over half an assist, plus 100, and the over 5.5 here in the Winter Classic. Vegas to score a power play goal, -110. Vegas has scored a power play goal in 7 of 9. All right, I like it. I'll get to other props here in this game in just a second. First period under 1.5, -110 in the swimming pool. We'll see. Reinhardt assist plus 100, anytime goal plus 140. Marchand anytime goal plus 160. Seth Jones assist plus 125. If you're looking for Florida props, and I'm just about to mention them, these are basically the guys I'm going to be mentioning. So good job, Robert. You did leave someone off there that's been hot, though. I'll mention him soon. Live bet the over after the first period. Okay, I guess so. Across his first 3 outdoor games, all with Boston, Marchand went 3-0-0 with 4 points, 1 goal, 3 assists. He's undefeated in outdoor games. Interesting. I do like Florida to win this game. I just don't like the odds at -140. Lundell point. All right. Winter Classic, go Cats. I like it. I think they do win. Live bet the Panthers if they go down. That's a good way to possibly bet the Panthers. Instead of taking the -140. You can take them. Early reports from Florida say the ice conditions are not great. Yeah, I get that, but I'm not going to stay off the over because of ice conditions and then see the game go over. If it goes under, it goes under, but that's fine. It is something to consider here, the ice conditions. This game could go under, but I have to take the over. Seth Jones, 2 and 3 shots on goal. All right. Hard not to bet the Rangers here. Interesting. Fox's performance in Four Nations is why he didn't make it. I guess so. That makes sense. I think he comes out pissed here today. I do. The Rangers have won every Winter Classic game they played. Okay, I could see that. But I don't know. This Florida team is just in much better form right now. Much better form. No. But his return is not too far away, obviously. But no, he's not playing today. So I wouldn't bring him back in this game for his first game of the season anyway. So I think that's a smart decision. Even if he is ready to go, give him another game. Hi, Terry. Hi, Regin Codes. Hope all is well. But we'll move. Oh, no, we won't move on along. Hold on a second. Guys on streaks here in this game that I did not mention. Obviously, Marchand and Bennett are on point streaks. 9-game point streak for Marchand, 7-game point streak for Bennett. If you wanted to parlay the two together, I think that's a good way to go. Obviously, their point props are not single plays. Reinhart has a 6-game point streak, and Fox has a 7-game point streak. So again, good parlay pieces. Almost pulled the trigger on him, but kind of keeping today's cards small. Eetu Luostarinen has a point in 4 games in a row, and in 4 games in a row against the Rangers. So Luostarinen here could be a good look, plus money to get a point, and has been having success recently and success against the Rangers. Seth Jones, a point 4-5, 7 of 10, minus 102. Seth Jones has been great for the Florida Panthers. Goal streaks, Marchand, 3 games in a row, plus 170. Sam Reinhart, back-to-back games, plus 155. If you're looking for goal scorers, I think either one of those two are good looks here for the Panthers. Power play point streaks, Marchand, 5 games in a row with a power play point, plus 195. Sam Reinhart, 4 of his last 5, plus 170. And then Seth Jones and then Artemi Panarin for the Rangers. Both have power play points in back-to-back games. Plus 250 for Jones, plus 190 for Panarin. Obviously, Fox on a 7-game assist streak. Bennett's on a 3-game assist streak, plus 123. And then Artemi Panarin, Eetu Luostarinen, and Seth Jones, all back-to-back games with an assist, and 3 of their last 5. Panarin, plus 110. Luostarinen, plus 192. And Jones, plus 131 here in this game. Go to the chat here. Outdoor hockey game in Florida. Brilliant. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But Panthers losses and wins. Will they win tonight? We'll see. We'll have to see. Hockey, yeah. Rangers are bad. Yeah, I can agree with that. The 2 outdoor games in California both went under. Want to play the over, but keeping me off. Yeah, to each his own. Obviously, it is a factor, but 21 of the last 22 regular season games. If this total is a 6, I might stay off. But at 5.5, I have to take it over. But moving on along to our next game, the Minnesota Wild and the Anaheim Ducks. The Wild, minus 130, road favorites. The Ducks, plus 110, home dogs, and a total of 6.5 here in this one. I have a 2-unit best bet, my first 2-unit play of 2026 in this game over on picksandparlays.net. So I'm not going to talk about the side total / team totals here in this game because it is a premium play for me on the site. So you can go and get that at picksandparlays.net if you would like. But looking at this game here, again, we have a very strong past history stat between these two teams. If the Rangers-Florida stat didn't exist, This one might be one of the longest in the NHL. The Wild, 19-1 in the last 20 games between these two teams. Now, of course, the Ducks have been a rebuilding team for a good portion of that. And the Wild have been a first-round exit playoff team for 10 plus years now. So it makes sense why they've had a lot of success against the Ducks. 6 of the last 8 games have gone under 5.5 between these two teams. And the Ducks have scored 2 or fewer against the Wild in 6 games in a row. The Wild have won their last 9 trips to Anaheim, and they've scored at least 4 goals in 5 games in a row in Anaheim. So basically pure dominance by the Wild here against the Ducks. How are these two teams been playing recently? Well, the Wild coming off a loss to the San Jose Sharks, who they just can't seem to beat for some reason this year. The Ducks have lost 4 games in a row. Anaheim giving up a ton of goals recently. So, yes, lower scoring games between these two teams in the past. The first meeting this year was a 2-0 Wild win. But I would probably stay away from the under here in this game. Looking at player props here in this one, looking at shots and goal props. Leo Carlsson over 2.5 shots and goal plus 120, 4 games in a row. McTavish over 2.5 shots and goal plus 120, 4 of his last 5 for the Ducks. Finnegan likes the Ducks. McTavish point, 3 games in a row, 4 of his last 5, minus 103 here in this game. Goal streaks, McTavish 3 of 5, plus 300. And assist streaks, Kaprizov, 4 of his last 5 games, plus 105 for an assist here in this game. If you're looking for props here, Matt Boldy and Kirill Kaprizov. Why Kirill Kaprizov? Well, he's had a lot of success against the Ducks. 7 of his last 10 games he scored against Anaheim. Now, it was 7 of 8, but has not scored in back-to-back games against the Ducks. But had 9 shots on goal in the first meeting this year. He shoots the puck. He doesn't even have to shoot 9 times. A lot of the other games against the Ducks. Kirill Kaprizov shots and goal against the Ducks. 9, 5, 3, 4, 8, 5, 5, 5, 3, and 9. Kirill Kaprizov shoots the puck a lot against this Anaheim Ducks team. Just kind of my gut feeling. I think Kirill scores tonight. His goal prop, plus 120, plus 115. So not the best value for Kaprizov. And then Matt Goldie did not score in his last game, but has scored in 6 of 9 for the Wild and has scored in 3 games in a row against the Anaheim Ducks. So Kaprizov has kind of cooled off against the Ducks. Boldy has been heating up against the Anaheim Ducks here in this one. Wild over 6.5, minus 110. Can't talk you off it. Go Wild, Terry. Thank you, Lions Blood. I played the 5th on this game. Tim's on the Ducks. Good luck. LOL. Good luck on the play today. Thank you, Lions Blood. I appreciate that. We'll try Boldy anytime goal since Kaprizov let you down last game. I shouldn't say one of those two are going to score, but the way the Ducks are playing, one of those two should definitely score. And I don't know which one it's going to be. Like I said, Kaprizov has had a lot of success against the Ducks, but Boldy's had more recent success. But if Kaprizov shoots the puck 5 times, he has to score here tonight. Gauthier plus 200. Mikhail Granlund assist plus 200. Carlson anytime goal plus 225. McTavish plus 275. Great value with all those props. All over plus 200 here in this one. This is a back-to-back for the Wild, so they will be playing the LA Kings tomorrow. So Wallstedt's going to get 1 game, and Gustafson's going to get 1 game. I'm going to take a guess that it's probably Gustafson here tonight, but we'll have to see. Sean loves that one. Tough to tell which one because he gave out a few plays there, but I would take a shot on Jackson Lacombe props. He's from Minnesota. Not a bad look at all. You were right about a lot of goals yesterday. 7 of the 8 games went over. I wonder if that trend carries over to today. Looking at today's slate, I think so. I think we get goals. Now we'll talk about the last game coming up here, which historically says there should be goals, but Ducks money line plus 110. All right. Shh, don't tell Terry that, but yes, Ducks money line. If you guys can find a reason to bet the Ducks, then I guess go ahead. But this is not the team that Anaheim wants to face when they're in a losing funk. This is the last team. Literally, any other of the 31 teams Anaheim would rather face than the Wild at this point in time. But Wild team total over 3.5. Mini scored 4+ in 6 of their 9 wins since acquiring Hughes. They had only scored 4+ in 10 of their first 18 wins. Yeah, the Quinn Hughes effect. I like this. Wild to score first. Mini first goal in 7 of 10. Anaheim gives, hold on a second. Of course, my mouse, my computer's freezing. Ducks have given up the first goal in 6 of 7. All right. If no Eichel, St. Louis money line plus 130. I would probably pass on the side if I would probably would pass myself. Tim. I don't even know how to respond to this. Yeah. Kirill Kaprizov is Russian, Tim. You know that. There's no Russian team. Who is Kaprizov going to play for? Exactly. Yeah, you tell him, Robert. Under 6.5, minus 110. Okay. Interesting. Now, previous games have been low scoring between these two teams, so I can see it, but Wild by a field goal. Sounds good to me. Won't hear me argue with that. But Seattle Kraken and the Vancouver Canucks. The Kraken, plus 135, road dogs. Vancouver, minus 160, home favorites. And a total of 5.5 here in this one. Seattle, 7-1-2 in the last 10 meetings between these two teams. Back-to-back under 5.5s. The first 14 games between these two teams, though, had gone over 5.5. So such a heavy overpass history between these two division rivals, but back-to-back games both finishing with 5 goals. So I'm not taking the over here. Probably see some goals. 3 of the last 5 have gone to overtime between these two teams. Obviously, the Kraken historically have been bad on the second night of a back-to-back. Obviously, winning their last game on a back-to-back. When I look at this game, it's Seattle or pass. The Canucks, I don't think they should be minus 160 here in this game. Seattle's won 7 of the last 10 between these two teams, and Seattle's red hot right now. They are winning games. Let me see here. I believe they're 5-0-1 in their last 6. Here, bear with me for a second. They are, 5-0-1 in their last 6. Meanwhile, the Canucks have lost 3 of 4, 5-2 to Philly, 6-3 to San Jose, 6-3 to Philly, and then 3-2, a win against this Kraken team. So they did beat Seattle the previous meeting. So many overs for Vancouver other than this game against Seattle, and the Seattle 5 straight unders, but 4 games in a row with 5 goals. So they've been so close to this over, but just haven't been able to get there here. I'm not taking the over, but would not shock me at all to see this game go over. Would not shock me at all to see every game go over on today's slate. It won it. Looking at player props here. Jordan Eberle, 5 games in a row with a point, minus 115. McCann, 4 of his last 5 games with a point, minus 105. Here in this one, McCann has scored in back-to-back games, plus 290. O'Connor, 3 of his last 5, plus 550. And assist streaks, not a whole lot. Eberle, back-to-back games with an assist, plus 188. Ultimately, I'm going to stay off this game, but there's some props you could look at here. I would look at McCann and Eberle. Both having success recently, minus 105 for a point, minus 115. And both have had success against the Canucks. So I would look at their props here in this game, but ultimately a pass here. Tim's laughing. That's something. Marcus Johansson plus money for a point. Yeah, not a bad look. Not a bad look. Navy midshipman versus Transfer Porter depleted Bearcats. I cannot help you with that, Golfing Stars fan. But Pettersson plus 160 anytime goal and assist plus 125. All right. New year, new crack. Okay. Seattle money line plus 130. That's how I would have to bet if I bet this game. Revenge spot for the Kraken since they lost to the Canucks on Monday. That's also a very good look. It is. Now, Seattle 1-18 in the second half of back-to-backs over the past 2 seasons. 2 goals or less in 17 of 19. Kraken lost to Vancouver 3-2 in a shootout on the second half of a back-to-back. Yeah, and ultimately this is why I'm not in Seattle. This is the only reason why I would not take Seattle, but it is a good enough reason to keep me off. So I will stay off. But that's today's show. I know not a lot of picks, guys, here in this 4-game slate, but it's a 4-game slate. So that's what happens here. Tomorrow is not a 4-game slate, and I will have a lot more plays for tomorrow's card. I will be doing the show later on tonight for tomorrow's games. So make sure to check out the show later on tonight. And if you want all of my plays on tomorrow's slate, hit the join member. Become a member on the channel, $4.99 a month, and you get all my premium and free plays on Saturdays, the big slates. So hit the join button, become a member, get all my premium plays for tomorrow's slate. And other than that, best of luck to everyone tonight. And smash the like button. Thank you. Lions Blood. No, I have not been paying attention to them at all. Just no time. Great show, Terry. Go Wild, go, and go Stars. Best luck to everyone. You too, GSF. I'll call you GSF. Best luck to everyone today, and we'll see you on later tonight for another episode. Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Stats. Best of luck, guys.